I want to quit boxing, you know. It was getting, we made it.
Well, let's stop being polite about this and actually have the conversation. Because what Terence Crawford just did has split the boxing world in two. And I don't think people are being honest about it. Some fans are saying, relax, he never said he's retiring. And technically, they are right. But boxing isn't about what fighters say. It's about what they are telling you without saying it. And this speech, this was not normal. Let me ask you something. When was the last time a fighter in his prime, undefeated, pound for pound elite, stood in front of the world and started talking like this? Not about opponents, not about belts, not about money, but about being done mentally at one point.
I want to quit boxing, you know. It was getting to the point where I didn't enjoy it no more. I didn't love it no more. And Bomac, you know, he always, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just keep going. It's going to all pay off one day. And I'm like, man, fuck boxing.
Crawford, straight to the audience, admits there was a time he didn't enjoy boxing anymore. He wanted to quit. It's not trash talk. It's not hype. That's a confession. And people are brushing past that way too casually. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Great fighters don't retire because they can't win anymore. They retire because the fire changes. And Terence's fire right now is not aimed at another opponent. It's aimed somewhere else. Listen to how he starts the speech. We made it. Not I'm done. Not I've got more to prove. We made it. That's not the mindset of someone chasing another legacy-defining fight. That's someone standing at the top of the mountain looking down. Then he talks about competition, and yes, that sounds like a fighter. But notice what's missing. There is no name, no call-up, no run it back, no next stop. Really nothing. When fighters are active, they always leave breadcrumbs. Crawford left none. And then comes the real pivot.
So I'm asking y'all, the community, for y'all help to support B&B Sports Academy, B&B Boxing Sports Academy. If y'all can, it don't matter, you know, donate something to the cause so we can have a new facility.
This is where people need to stop lying to themselves. When a fighter spends more time talking about building gyms than building fight cards, something has shifted. This wasn't a side project mentioned. This was the core message of this speech. He's talking about kids needing safe spaces, about access, about riding his bike in the snow just to get to the gym.
I created this facility, me and Bomac, because when I was younger, CW was downtown. There was times that I didn't have no ride, so I had to ride my bike downtown or catch a ride and things like that. I used to ride my bike in the snow.
That's not nostalgia, that's motivation for a different mission. And here is where the debate really starts. Is that a bad thing? But let's not pretend it doesn't mean something. People keep saying he's only 36. Okay, and boxing history is full of legends who walked away around this age by choice. Especially the ones who didn't need money, didn't need validation, didn't need one last payday. Crawford is financially secure, undefeated, undisputed. There is no revenge arc left. So ask yourself this, what fight realistically pulls him back emotionally? Because boxing isn't about skill at that level, it's about hunger. And hunger doesn't sound like gratitude, speeches, and legacy building. It sounds like obsession. And this speech, this was peace. Now let me flip this argument because some of you are right too. Maybe this is just maturity, maybe this is growth, maybe Crawford has learned how to separate fighting from identity. And if it's the case, that's scary because a balanced Crawford might be even more dangerous. But here is the problem with that logic. Balanced fighters don't stay long. The sport eats you when obsession fades. And Crawford knows that better than anyone. So no, this wasn't a retirement announcement. But let's stop acting like this was just another moment. This felt like a man preparing the world for change. Whether the change happens now or after one last fight, the direction is clear. And there is my take, and you can disagree if you want. If Terence Crawford never fights again, this speech will make perfect sense in hindsight, and if he does fight again, it will be on his terms, not boxing's. That alone tells you where the power is. So I'll leave you with this. Are we witnessing the quiet exit of one of boxing's greatest fighters' minds? Or are we watching a champion evolve beyond the sport while still holding the keys? That answer matters because legends don't fade out, they decide. This is Quick Rounddowns. Now argue with me in the comments below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.
you know, but them having the faith in me and keeping me on the narrow arrow, is what y'all see today. Because without them, I wouldn't be up here right now. Bernard Davis. I can't thank him enough. Rosendo Robles. I can't thank him enough. Because without those two, it's crazy. When you sit down, when I'm sitting here talking among y'all have no idea. Because the competitiveness nature of myself and want to be the best at everything led me back to boxing. The baddest little kid in the gym. I get kicked out of the gym. I say forget boxing. I go play other sports. Yeah, I'm good at it. Bernard and Bud, you gotta come back to the gym. Man, I ain't boxing no more, man. Y'all can have that. You know what I mean? So, you know what got me back into boxing? That kid that y'all seen performing at my fight got me back in boxing. Just the thought of people saying that he can beat me, and I haven't been boxing for years, led me back to boxing. And him pushing me and me pushing him, and we competing to be the best fighter in the gym. I want to thank all my fans here that support me. I want to thank. This is bigger than the norm, because I want to thank my urban community. I want to thank my Latin community. I want to thank my white community, and I want to thank my Asian community, my African community. I want to thank everybody, because today you see us all as one. And a lot of people always say, how you get the Mexicans to side with you? I said, hey, my people too. I said, so it don't matter if I'm fighting Canelo. Some of the urban community is going for Canelo. So I love how sports bring everybody together, and it's all for one cause. And I kind of got emotional watching, that stuff up there, because things like this really never happened to me. I appreciate everybody that put that together. I appreciate everybody that continuously supported me along my journey and still support me inside and outside the ring. And a thing that my passion is always been a youth, ever since I was a kid, because I always felt like without those people that took me by the head, or by the shoulders, and said, Bud, get in line, Bud, get your act together, I wouldn't be here in front of you today. So it's my job to give back to the kids that's in need, the kids that's need help with things, and be a positive role model to them. A lot of people, that knows me, they know the type of person that I used to be, and I had to change from that person because the little kids was looking up to me. I didn't want to steer them wrong or guide them in the wrong path. So I made that conscious decision to change my life for the better and for the good. So anybody can change if they want to. Anybody can put good into the community if they want to. It's a choice that they make. We all have choices. We just got to make sure we know when to make the best choices at the best times. B&B Boxing. Me and Bo Mac created that gym. Being in that gym when there wasn't nothing in there. It wasn't even open to the public. I didn't even believe in the vision when Bo Mac was like, this is what we gonna do this. I'm like, man, this ain't gonna work. We argued tooth and nails. Bo Mac was like, man, just trust me. You trust me with everything else, just trust me. And I trust them, and we got a beautiful facility. But the city gave us some land for that new facility because we outgrew it. You know,